Are you at a place where you have 100 leads, 500 leads, 10,000 leads in your CRM, but are really struggling to get somebody to call you back, email you back, or text you back? Well, trust that you're not alone, because this is something that we see every single day with agents that are joining our real estate group, where in our initial assessment, we ask that question: how many leads, how many contacts are in your database right now? And most of the time, the answer is actually quite high. Most of the time, there's hundreds of leads in every agent's database. However, most of those contacts were obtained through an advertising campaign and have never actually returned a phone call, an email, or a text to the real estate agent. So today, let's look at how to resurrect those leads, how to actually get a response back from those leads that have never actually communicated with us. Hey, it's Jaime with Resendiz.com, where we have one of the fastest growing and largest real estate agent communities worldwide. All right, so let's get right to it. Let's resurrect some dead leads and get some of these contacts that are in our database to actually respond to us. And the first strategy is to leverage a personalized video. This one's very simple. We're just going to take our phone just like this, and we are going to go down the list of our contacts in our CRM or in our spreadsheet, wherever we have our database, and we're going to record a personalized video for every single one. Now, the reason that we're doing this is because video stands out. There's a higher likelihood that the recipient is actually going to open up that video and watch what's within it. And also, now it's much harder for the recipient to ignore you now that they've seen your face, because there's something in the human condition where it's super easy to ignore an email. It's very easy to hang up on an individual when you're on the phone, but it becomes incredibly more difficult to say no and actually be rude when somebody is looking straight at you. Now, what you say within that video is truly up to you depending on the relationship that you have with the contact, but I will advise that you need to keep it brief. Now, another strategy to deploy to resurrect those dead leads is to send personalized direct mail. Now, this is going to mostly work with your seller leads because you probably have their mailing address. So given that you have their personal address, you can actually send something directly to them. And the beauty of this is you don't have to do bulk mailings. With the seller leads in your database, you can spend a little bit more time, a little bit more money, and send something a little bit more personalized so you truly stand out. Now, don't mishear me. It doesn't have to get that involved. You can send something as simple as a thank you card or a one-paragraph letter. Now, another way to resurrect dead leads is to share a success story. This is commonly known as social proof. Now, we all know the client relationship journey. First, we need them to know us. Then we need them to like us. And then finally, we need them to trust us in order for them to actually become our client. And the fastest way to get to the trust phase is by sharing success stories from your other clients. This social proof will really help you stand out. Those inactive leads, those dead leads that never once paid attention to your text will now start to perk up. The reason being is because now they can relate. They see somebody else that was once struggling with the same problem they presently have now actually succeed. And another way to engage those inactive or dead leads is by introducing a new program. This is a strategy that I use in all of my businesses, but I'll give you the example of Agently, the software company that I'm co-owners in. Every time we have a new feature or a new update, we let the entire database know. We let all the thousands of agents that are part of Agently, whether they're paying or not paying, let all of them know that we have a new feature or a new update. And we do that for several reasons. First, it gives us a reason to communicate. Two, it helps us be more valuable to the marketplace. Hey, we're just sharing with you the additional features that you now have access to. And then three, it helps us secure those people that were not paying anything to be part of Agently. Well, now it gives them an opportunity of subscribing and becoming a paid member. Now, here's the secret. You as a real estate agent, you don't need to change anything. Whatever process you're using for home buyers or home sellers, it doesn't matter. It doesn't need to change. You don't need to go out and create a new program if you don't want to. The only thing you truly need to do is stop using such boring language. Stop asking people to give you a call for their next real estate need. That's boring. Use powerful language that actually motivates your inactive leads, your dead leads, to reach out to you. For your seller program names, you can use something like Home Sold Guarantee Program, Home Sold in 7 days, or I Buy It Pledge. And for your buyer program, you can use something like the Home Buyer Advantage Program, or the Save $7,500 on your next home guarantee. So again, you might have 100 leads, 500 leads, 10,000 leads in your database, but if they're not responding back to you, then that's a problem. Or worse yet, if you're not reaching out to them, that's an even bigger problem that needs to be solved today. Now, hopefully this brought value to you, and if it did, don't forget this video sponsor, the subscribe button.